Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Harmony and I'm so happy to be here. If you don't know me, you can check out my intro. But briefly, my channel is about empowering people, and how I do this is by posting a question at a time and give you 3 simple guidelines on how to answer them, so you can come up with your own answers and get to know your strengths, your weaknesses, what you need to work on. And I also post videos about some spiritual terms that I came across in my journey and didn't understand what they meant, and these are my interpretations, so if they are going to help you, then that's great. So what is today's topic then? Today we are going to talk about letting go. So as you know, my channel is about empowerment, so to me, letting go means letting go of something that doesn't serve us anymore, that's not for our highest good, that is not teaching us anymore, that is not helping our soul to grow. So last year, at some point I came across a video on a channel called Guided by Angels, and this is a lady who does tarot reading. She's brilliant, and she was reading a story out of a book, so the credit goes to her and the author of the book. You can check out her channel to find out what the book is. I'm just putting it out there, but yeah, so that was a beautiful story about letting go. So I'll just tell you briefly what the story is about. So there were 3 snails sitting by a river bank, and they were lazing around, and the water in the river was flowing fast and furious. So one of the snails, all of a sudden, something came into his awareness that told him, let go. And he was just wondering what it means. So to him, he understood to let go is jumping into the river and let himself go with the flow of the current. So he was wondering what to do, and he knew that the water is flowing so quickly that it's suicide. So he looked at his friends and looked at what they are doing, and until he decided to just let go and see what happens. So what he did, he jumped into the river, and the water was so fast and furious that he got carried away and started going through a lot of difficulties until he started sinking. And at the point he started sinking, he just said to himself, well, I just let go, so what can I do now? So what happened then? He started slowly rising up, and when he started rising up, the water started getting calmer, and in the end he managed to get out of the water, get to the riverbank, and he started a whole new life. So he had a new home, new friends, a new environment which was happy, and not only that, but he could go back and visit his old friends. So this is a beautiful story about letting go. How beautiful is that? So why I'm telling you this story is about, we might have some things that we've already started questioning. If you're watching this video, then it's like I said in my intro, there's no coincidence. So you probably have started asking questions to yourself, whether it's a job situation, a relationship, an environment, or whatever it is. Your soul must be talking to you and telling you, what am I getting from this? What am I learning from this? Have I come to a point there's nothing more to do, nothing more to learn? So maybe you're at this point and you're still wondering what to do. I mean, this happened to me in my previous job. I had a very demanding job, but I was so comfortable in my job, it was, I had my own office, I had my own heating, and nowadays it's really hard to have your own office if you're in an office environment because they're all open plan. So I was so comfortable, and but I was living in a house, in a shared house, and I was just renting a room there. So to me, that office was my space, and it was like I was feeling at home there because I knew my job in and out. I was fine getting along with everybody, but there was something within me that was telling me there is more to this. And I had those filing cabinets in my office, and they were in front of me, and they were all numbered. So I started, well, the last digit would be 0 to 99, like for example 100 to 199, 200 to 299. So they kept staring at me and they kept telling me something, and I was so comfortable there, and I could, if I wanted, I could have stayed there, but it was telling me something, like I've come full circle and there's nothing more for me to learn from this. And I want to know myself, I want to know my potential, I want to know what I can do, because there's nothing more for me to learn. So I took a leap of faith and I left the job, and I feel like spiritually I'm in a better place now. But if I didn't do that, that wouldn't, where I am today, this wouldn't help me. So this is the same thing. I mean, for me, because I was renting a room, I was living in one room in a shared house, that job was like I was attached to it because that was giving me my space, and I was so dedicated to doing whatever I was doing. So how do you let go of something you're attached to? If you've watched my my video about attachment, you know where I'm coming from. Like, you can be attached to so many things, but at one point there's something in you, it tells you like there is something more, and you're not getting anything out of it. It's just like an object, like you get attached to an object, and then some other time, say you've got a car, you got attached to the car, and then on one point you sell it and you buy a new one, and you get attached to the new one. So every time you get something to get attached to, but you can realize, you can come to the point where yeah, I'm done with this now, so I'll get a new one. So you see what I mean? This is what letting go is. But it's not only about letting go of an object and get another one. It's getting to know what your soul is telling you, what the soul is calling you to do. And if you have started asking questions, do ask your questions if you do want to work on letting go. Then ask the questions if you're in an environment, you're in a job, you're in a relationship, or whatever it is, and you feel that you've come full circle and there's nothing more to learn from it, and your soul is telling you there is more out there. Just go and do what you have to do, but let go of this. So if you've watched, again, I go back to my video on attachment, you'll understand that whatever that environment was giving you, now you can have it within yourself. So you start feeling at home within yourself. You can have that within. You can check out that video. And so that's when you start deciding, do you want to let go of it and pursue your own call? So this is something for you to think about. And if that resonated with you, that's going to help you, then yeah, please ask those questions to yourself and see where it takes you. But this is my take on what's letting go. So I hope you enjoyed it, and be safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.